we're going to look at data displays. We're going to talk about a couple different ways to write your data. Everybody's with me? Okay. So, if we look, the first thing we're going to talk about, there are 3 common ways to display one variable data. In this lesson, you will practice them. Okay? So our first is dot plots. For a dot plot, draw a number line that represents the full range of the data. We want to do it that represents the full range of the data. Okay? So then, we're going to put 1 dot per piece of data. Okay. So do you guys see all the numbers we have here? Example 1. Manuel is trying to decide what car to buy. He has found the one he wants, and the sticker says it has a 26 mile per hour city fuel efficiency. Is that good? He gathers the data from the other cars and creates a dot plot to see. All right, so we are going to put an X or a dot, because it's a dot plot, over each one of these. So if I look, this top one right here says 25, so I'm going to go to 25 and I'm going to put a dot. I'm going to try to keep them about the same size and in the same position so I can see them. 29, I put a dot. 45, I put a dot. 26, I put a dot. 26, I put a second dot. 28, I put a dot. 35, I put a dot. 26, I put a third dot. You guys can do this. You don't really need me to go through it. You can put dots now. 31 is a dot. 27 is a dot. 26 is a dot. 27 is a dot. 30 is a dot. 28 is a dot. 28 is another dot. And 28 is a final dot. See how I crossed them off as I went? That just made my life way easier. Okay, so I'm looking at this data now that I've got it and I want to analyze it. Does Manuel's chosen car have similar fuel efficiency to other cars? Okay, so the dot plot, we're going to write a little small paragraph, so sorry we got to write one. I don't think there's enough information for that line. The dot plot shows that most of the values are clustered between 25 and 28. So he has similar fuel efficiency to comparable cars.
For the interruption, attention all staff. At this time, could you please dismiss the girls' varsity softball team to meet their bus at the West End pool doors? Please dismiss the girls' varsity
comparable
softball
cars.
team to meet their bus at the West End pool doors. Thank you.
Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and do example 2. Same thing. I'm not going to go through and say everything I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So I want you guys to do it too. Practice again.
Since there's nothing there, do you write nothing or easy like a
This one?
Yeah.
There's not that many
Okay, so
points. So do it. There would be a 0 there. There was a 0. Okay, what can the teacher tell from this data? That most of the quizzes are around 5. What would we call 10? An outlier.
What?
With 10 as an outlier. What would be the outlier for the previous one? 45. All right, let's turn this over. We're going to start talking about histograms.
Quizzes are around 5 with 10 as. Okay.
Caleb, it drives me crazy when you ask me about the homework before I'm done with the notes. It really does. Okay, a histogram puts data in intervals or frequencies. I think that's how you spell it. Then shows the data as a bar graph. Okay, so this is a little bit more confusing. Because what we're going to create is not each point is represented on my graph, but the intervals are put on here. Okay? So first we got to decide on the intervals. So that means how much do we go up by? So this one goes from 10 to 14. Okay? So we're going to say intervals of 4. Okay? So now we're going to calculate each frequency after we do that. 10 to 14, then 15 to what? 19. Then 22, then 25 to, yep, then 32, and then 35 to, okay. So, I want you guys to watch. I have a 14 right here, so I'm going to put a tick mark in this box. Yeah. Tick. Yeah, but not the kind that's a bug. The kind that's just a line straight up and down. Okay, 32 goes in this box. 24 goes in this box. 21 goes in the same box. 30 goes down here. Everybody doing okay? 26. Should I stop saying where they go and just put it in? Okay. Okay, when I get to 5, I put a line through it. So I know that it's been 5, it's easier to count later. Okay, I'm going to read you what the example says before we move on. A company has a product it wants to market to 25 to 34-year-olds. It contacts YouTube about advertising before a certain video. YouTube gives it the age data on some of the recent viewers of the video. Okay, so now that we have this, we're going to go down to the bottom of this graph to set in for bars. So this bottom part is going to be 10 to 14. This is going to be 15 to 19. This is going to be 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, and 35 to 39. Okay. And I'm going to fill this out. At 10 to 14, we get 2. At 15 to 19, I get 10. At 20 to 24, I get 10.
I got 9.
Miscounted. It's 10. I've done this 3 times. All right. 25 to 29, it's 4. $30 to 34, I get 3. And 35 to 39, I get 1. Okay. So, is this video a good fit for the company? Should they put this on for 25 to 35 4-year-olds?
No.
Okay, so let's count up how many of this data we have. We have 10 and 10 makes 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? Everybody okay with 30?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of these, so 25 to 34-year-olds,
They're all
4 and 3 makes
4 and 3 makes 7.
7. So 7 out of 30 does not seem like a lot of people, right? So I would say no. The histogram reveals that fewer than 25% of the viewers are between 25 and 35. Okay. Let's flip it over because I want to keep trying how we split this up. So the hard part is figuring out this frequency, like this intervals, how we did the intervals by 4. So let's look at the next bit of data. We're going to try another histogram. Okay? And we've got, the lowest thing I see here is an 8, and the highest thing I see here is a 62. Okay? So I don't think I have enough of these boxes. because I think I'm gonna want to go, I've got from 8 to 62, I wanna make them at about 10 each. Does that make sense? So if this goes from 0 to 10, this would go from 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60, which means I need one more, right? I need a 61 to 70. Okay? So I went from 8 to 62, and I'm like, okay, how many do I need? And I think I wanted to make it by 10. Okay, 0 to 10, I've got how many? Now I'm just setting it up. Once you have that all set up, you want to go down to the bottom. You're going to put between 0 and 10, between 11 and 20, 21 and 30, 31 and 40, 41 and 50, 51 and 20, and
51 and 20?
51 and 20, 60, and then 61 and 70 I'm adding at them. Everybody okay with that? Okay, so we've done dot plots, we've done histograms, and now we're going to do box plots. Mm-hmm. Box and whisker plots, yeah. Okay, so box plots. Use quartiles. Numbers to show the distribution of data. The minimum value is the least value in the set. The maximum value
Pardon for the interruption, attentional staff at this time.
is the greatest value in the set.
Dismiss the boys freshman and JV baseball teams to meet their buffs at the West End pool doors. Please dismiss both the boys freshman and boys JV baseball teams to meet their buffs at the West End pool doors. Thank you.
The median is the middle value. In the set. The middle number would range from least to greatest. The first quartile is the middle between the minimum and median, does not have an actual data point. The third quartile is the middle between the maximum and median, does not have an actual data point. Chase. I need that. turn the page. And a high school ran a fundraiser. Caitlin and the fundraising chaperone said the more than half the students raised over $50 each. Make sure you grab a calculator. A sample of the fundraiser of 24 students is shown below. Does the data support Caitlin's claim? So first we're going to see what was the minimum. Shh. I don't know why I'm shushing you guys. It's people outside. Okay. What was the minimum value? 25, I think? Yeah, right here. 25. What is the maximum value? Looks like it's 68. Right there. Okay, now we're going to rewrite them from lowest to highest. So for example, I'm going to write 25 first, and then I'm going to cross it out. And then I have another 25 right here. And then I have 26 right here. 27. And I have a 31. 32 and 32. 36. This is how it'll show your SAT scores. Nice box of script. 38. 42. 42. 45. 45. 45. And then after 45, I think I have 48. And I have 49. And I have a 250s. And I have 3 45s, 54s, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, and 55, and 59, and 68. Okay, now they're in order from least to greatest. That was a lot of numbers.
And then you get them wrong, and then you have to erase the entire thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to find the exact middle. Okay, it is 45. 45 is the exact middle. This is the middle, right here. Okay,
And if it was like 4 and 5.
if it was like 44 and 45, you'd have to add them together, divide by 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it'd be-
So we're looking at quartile 1. Okay, so I'm looking between here and here. What's the middle? And it looks like it is
32.
32.
I remember this. Then on the third floor.
And then we're looking between here and here, what the middle point is, and it is right between 50 and 54.
So 50.
So we go 50 plus 54 divided by 2, we get 52. Okay, now we can create our box and whisker plot. Okay, first I'm going to put my lowest on here. I'm going to put a mark at 25. Then I'm going to put a highest on here and point at 68. Then I'm going to put a line right at my median, which is 45. Then I'm going to put a line at quartile 1, which is 32.
Whoa. Why'd you put it at 68? Because that's a high.
Yeah. Then I'm going to put a line at 52.
Did you put it at 45?
Yep, median, quartile 1, quartile 3.
No,
So right there, that's my box.
What was the first one?
Those are my whiskers. The dots are my smallest and biggest. The first line is my median,
What's the first one?
25, yeah. The box is drawn from quartile 1, the median, and quartile 2. The median is drawn as a line. The max and minimum are shown as dots that are connected to the box with lines. Okay. Does the data support Caitlin's claim? No. Because the median, she claims that most people had over $50. And because the median amount is $45, since half the population collected $45 or less, the data does not support the claim. Okay, it says you have classwork, which I don't believe we have time for, so you guys can get started on your homework. And the homework is on the board and in PowerSchool. It's page 470. Numbers 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 24, 25, and 26.